Hi Tubies, here's Alexandra again, and welcome to another video. Today we will build some MDF terrain, because the guys over from TTCombat were so kind to send me one of their sets. This here is the Tabletop Scenics Industrial Hive Sector 4 Mega Turbine. Yes, and it's a really nice MDF kit. It's roughly about 35 centimeters diameter across, and as you can see, it comes tightly packed with lots of MDF. And well, let's crack it open and see what we have inside, shall we? So let's get rid of this. Come on. There we go. So, if you're wondering where the instructions are, you can find them on their website. And if you scroll down, you can find a link to their instruction pages. So, this here is just to show what's inside, and let's see what we have here. So this is a neatly cut MDF board. I can directly smell the smell of burnt wood. Yeah, that's sprue number 1. Then here already we have some pieces falling down. Sprue number 2. Nice here, embossed danger. So, and you can see that there are 6 sprues in total. It's nicely engraved here. This is now panel 3 of 6. So this must be the turbine itself here, the panels for the turbine wheels. Here we have the walkways on top. Very nice. Also here railways and such. And last but not least, these are here the stairs on the side. Really nice stuff. So if we now switch over to the instruction manual, you can see it here. So we start with the ring structure of the entire thing. Then comes an inner ring piece. Then here how the flaps are connected to the inner piece. Here we can see the completed inner fan. Now then come the walkways on top of the fan. Then you insert it into the big structure. Then we put those things here on top for stabilizing it. Those are here the outside panels that are placed here. Then we have some generator piece and some pipe piece that we will connect to the outside panels here. Then we have the walkways, and that's the finished piece. Well, with the railways then. Yeah, those are the instructions for this thing. And well, I will go ahead now and build this thing. I will make intermediate cuts here, as you can, so you can see the progress that I'm doing. And well, let's start building. So Tubies, here we are at stage number 1. I have punched out all the parts for stage number 1, the outside ring. And what immediately comes to mind with this MDF kit from TTCombat is that the pieces are not 100% cut out with a laser. So they are always connected to the sprue itself. As you can see here, there are the little connector pieces. And that means, well, I have a lot of cleanup to do now. All those in plastic, you would say mold lines, but those are here the gate leftovers. You can do that with a little bit of sandpaper or with a knife. But, well, that's a lot of work that I have to put into the pieces now, because, well, this comes in a lot of pieces. So that's a little downside on this MDF thing. Good thing about this is all the pieces will stay in the frame as long as the package is not breached. As you have seen directly at the beginning, the shrink wrap is really tightly wrapped around it. So I have seen MDF terrain already with a very loose shrink wrap around it, and it was all the way cut, and therefore some of the pieces will fall out during transport and can be damaged. So it is a two-bladed sword, or two-bladed blade. With this stuff you have a little bit more work, but on the other hand the pieces stay in the frames, and you have less damaged while shipping. So take what you want from it. So I will finish the cleanup now. That will take me approximately 10 to 15 minutes, and then I can glue these pieces together and finish stage number 1. So be right back. So tubies, we are here in the final stretches of the first gluing stage, and I must say here the fits for the holes are absolutely perfect. I have seen some MDF terrain where you had to manually cut every single piece to fit properly, but here the measurements are so precise that it slots right in. It's really nice. So what I'm using to glue this stuff here together is simple wood glue or white glue, however you want to call it. So only a downside here at this stage is some of them won't absolutely stay upright, so you have to be cautious about that, but we can manage. Yeah, that's the ring structure done, and I'm off to the next stage. See you back then. So after a little bit of thinking, I've come to a solution how to make the panels dry up in an upright state. I simply attached the walkways here and these little side pieces without gluing them, so that this structure can dry out now nice and neatly straight up, and I can remove those in a later stage to finish the construction. I will let that dry now, and well, I will continue building this in a few hours. So yeah, in a few seconds it goes to the next stage. Be right back. Okay tubies, here we are now at the next stage of the build. As you can see, I have used the railings here to hold this thing here in place, so that the inner column will also be glued upright. So, yeah, what I will do next is build all the little wings for the turbine itself, and we already have here this little connector pieces that will go in here. I will glue them in, and also use this thing here then as a placeholder to let these things be glued in. But I will also let them itself be loose. Yeah, that's what I'm doing next, and I'll be back in a second. So tubies, there we are here. This is the ring previously, and here we have the now completed ventilation system, I would call it. Yes, I've here put a weight on here to support this a little bit, that it doesn't bend out during the drying. But as you can see here, I've glued all the pieces together, and they are still a little bit loose, but in time that glue will harden, and it will all be in place. And after that is dry, I will assemble this, and yeah, then it is almost ready to paint. There are still a few details missing. I will still couple them together here, like for example the walkways here, the stairs, and the additional details like the pipes and stuff. But I think I will leave stuff of that off. Also here, those panels, I don't think that I will actually attach them. For priming purposes here, the wings of the fan, I will remove them and prime them separately, because while it is assembled, it is hard to paint. Also, I will paint this separately outside of being put together. I will glue it all together in its final stage when it's all painted up. Yeah, and I will show you the final result after this is all done. Yeah, but this might take a few days, so I will cut the video here and upload this to YouTube, so you can have a little preview. But yeah, that was my little building video about the Sector 4 Mega Turbine. I'm absolutely stoked about the terrain here from TTCombat, and well, we see us in the next video. You, Alexandra.